Well, I've been earlier. That's never happened before, and I don't think there's anybody that I would want to share this honor with more than him. Yes. Yeah, well, very much so, but it's a process that you have to go through. In the private industry, it was a little different. I could make decisions in the private industry that I really can't make based on contract language right now. But the unfortunate thing is that it's costing the city money every day that we go and follow this process. And in the end, it will be detrimental not only to the city, but also to the membership of the union, because it means I'm going to have to cut more people than I normally would have had to cut. So it's frustrating. We are looking at the fact-finding process is probably another week or two. Then there's a cooling off period for 60 days, and at that point I can implement. So we're probably looking at somewhere around 75 days. Well, there's nothing else to negotiate, so imposition is definitely where I am.
Well, we have, those are discussions. The mayor and I have had one conversation regarding shared services. The CFO for the Detroit Public Schools developed kind of a shared service proposal, working with a law student earlier this year, someone with deep financial experience. But at the end of the day, we have to vet these with our key professionals to determine which services can be best shared between the city and the Detroit Public Schools. We believe that we can merge our cultures in some areas, and as a result, we can provide savings particularly in just some of our operations areas. For example, we've employed crews to remove snow from around our various schools. And there's potential area where we can work more closely with the Mayor's Department of Public Works, as well as grass cutting in and around our schools and the Mayor's parks. The good news is that there really is very good dialogue on this and a host of other issues between the Mayor's office and my office, and quite frankly, I really believe this in my heart and soul, that I'm part of the mayor's team for improving Detroit. I mean, his job is clearly much larger than the job that I hold at the Detroit Public Schools, but yet Detroit Public Schools is a significant part of improving the overall city of Detroit. So I've declared myself kind of an unofficial member of the mayor's cabinet.
Mr. Bobb, you've been working hard to there being each of them. What light are you seeing on still a lot of work to do, but for people in the city and the schools, they want to hear something. Tell us what light you guys see.
Last week was a great week for me. Was in Chicago with the rating agencies, with the CFO. Great meeting. We did not get downgraded. They were very complimentary of some of the things that we said we were going to do that we've achieved. I think the City Council's vote on the bankruptcy for Greektown was good last week. The Senate voted 30-6 to support our deficit elimination bond deal. That was good. And on Friday, General Motors said instead of 2,000, it's going to be 5,000. So it was a good week. And so there is a trend from my vantage point that's going in the right direction. And it's going to take some time for us to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but we're going in the right direction.
Well, I believe at Detroit Public Schools, we're still swimming in red ink. but I'm totally confident that by March of 2011, that we will put the DPS ship, we'll put it in smooth the sailing waters as we speak, particularly around our financials. We have some very difficult and challenging decisions to make over the next few weeks, decisions that we will make. But I'm really enthusiastic about the academic programs that we are putting in place. I'm thoroughly enthusiastic about the DPS's Reading Corps program. We have 4,500 plus individuals who signed up to help improve reading for pre-K through third grade students, representing over 500,000 hours of volunteer services. To me, it speaks to the fact that there is hope, not only within the Detroit Public Schools, but within the city overall. And to have that many volunteers coming not just from the city of Detroit, but for some 135 different jurisdictions around the area, I think is very significant. So you have to be optimistic in the work that I do, because if you place yourself in a bunker and never come out of that bunker, you will not make good decisions. And we try to make good decisions every day. We're challenged on, I'm sure, same cases, we're challenged on just about every decision we make. But so long as we keep our focus on kids and students and their parents and their grandparents and great-grandparents, and the fact that the city of Detroit itself will turn around. So I'm very optimistic about the future of the Detroit Public Schools, despite the tough decisions we have to make, and very enthusiastic with respect to the leadership that the mayor is providing for all of us.
One last question? Yes.
What's the latest on the Gumbo Hall renovation? As far as, tearing down Gumbo Arena, maybe making a hotel out of it, what's going on there?
Those plans aren't complete yet. I think there's some RFPs that are going out right now, but I do think in short order we will see some activity for the expansion of Cobo.
Mr. Bobb, what are your thoughts on being honored by Crain?
Well, I think this is a terrific honor, and to share this honor with Mayor Bain is clearly the highlight of my tenure here in Detroit. I think it's recognition. It recognizes the fact that both of us are doing everything in our power to provide the type of leadership that will give hope and inspiration to our community. And what is really nice about sharing this award with the mayor is that our goals are aligned. It's not Detroit Public Schools off in this corner and the city of Detroit off in another corner. We are aligned, and as I stated earlier, sharing this honor with the mayor gives me the decision that I've made, that although he hasn't agreed to it yet, we'll have to negotiate that, but I feel as if I'm an unofficial member of the mayor's cabinet, because the mayor's budget is some $2 to $3 billion. DPS's budget is about $1.2 billion. If you take our combined projected deficits, we're about $600–700 million. So I couldn't think of a better alignment than the alignment between the mayor's office and the Detroit Public Schools. And more importantly, this is an honor that I will treasure, forever.